Finding a niche where one can excel, both in terms of audience fit and earnings potential, seems to be extremely important for those seeking careers as full-time magicians, whether as stage or close-up performers. This is how many magicians start and frequently remain for their entire careers. Others can get a lucky break that helps them put their careers on a different gear and leads to improved or extended streams of revenue. One great example of this is Steve Cohen, the self-styled millionaire's magician. In 2003, Cohen was a broke professional magician, earning around $1,500 per show. Then he met Mark Levy, a positioning consultant, who told him, "If you take the $2,000 gig, you won't get the $20,000 gig." Levy later became Cohen's creative director, and together they developed the millionaire's magician persona. Levy and Cohen discovered that there was a lucrative gap in the market. There were very few acts which catered to small but very wealthy groups of individuals, i.e. the super rich. Once Cohen appeared on CBS Sunday Morning touting this concept, his popularity dramatically increased, netting him $1 million in ticket sales by the end of the week. Cohen has performed for more than 500,000 guests over his career, including big names like Michael Bloomberg, Prince Sultan bin Saud of Saudi Arabia, Warren Buffett, Stephen Sondheim, Guillermo del Toro, and the Queen of Morocco. He performs at the Lotte New York Palace Hotel, delivering a high-end private show, Chamber Magic, for wealthy, well-dressed attendees. The shows are usually sold out, and Cohen continues to expand his unique portfolio of tricks, frequently testing and adding new routines. He says that he enjoys performing and never expected to be this successful. In honor of his 5,000th performance, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio designated October 6th as Chamber Magic Day as a special honor for this achievement. Cohen went on to star in a History Channel documentary about the origins of magic. As Cohen has discovered once he gained entry into an exclusive network of clients, word of mouth and network effects then took over, and his business snowballed. He has also put his creative energies to work in creating a graphic novel titled The Millionaire's Magician, which features him in a fictionalized role as a crime fighter and superhero. Despite the impressive revenues generated by the top players, not all magic performers are household names, make seven-figure incomes, or have jet-setting lifestyles to boot. Most magicians are still small-scale performers who do walk-around or parlor magic. Most of the money they make come from performances at schools, private parties, and corporate events. Out of the 15,000 members of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, 20% were professional magicians. Good professional magicians in big cities can make over $100,000 annually by doing some corporate events. Sean Farquhar, ex-president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, makes $250,000 from private shows in America and Asia. He has fooled Penn and Teller twice on his Foolers appearances. Many successful professional magicians thus make between 6 and 7 figures annually. Aaron Radatz makes 7 figures doing domestic and international shows while based in Las Vegas. When he was a teenager, he worked part-time doing small shows and earned as much as a full-time fast food worker. He has a degree in marketing and focuses on the business aspect of magic. His biggest source of income are corporate events and casino and theme park shows. He says that most magicians are hobbyists, not businessmen, and if an area is saturated with magicians, the performer should move and try to find new opportunities. Focusing on and improving the quality of work leads to increased revenues. Designing custom props rather than purchasing commercial products can lead to lower expenses for the magician who is just starting out. For magicians who find the task of managing a business daunting, he also recommends working in a pair with a partner who understands the business aspects. This enables the primary member of the team to focus on the performance, or vice versa. Frank DeMarcy is another full-time magician making 6 figures doing family shows and birthday parties. He, like Radatz, has branched into instructional magic. DeMarcy makes a part of his income from sales of his Magic Frank's Lessons in Magic. He says that with part-time performers, you get what you pay for. The quality of the show scales with price and professional status. Most small-scale magicians purchase or license the illusions they use from designers and builders of magical effects, under the self-imposed Magician's Code of Silence, which forbids them to reveal how the trick works. Greg Bordner, who owns Abbott's Magic Manufacturing Company, a popular prop manufacturer, says the most important thing is to have a quality act, followed by a list of people to email and follow up on. In other words, they should have a platform and audience they can rely on, and who are invested in their brands. In addition, Bordner says that each successful magician must make a unique act that is to be kept secret at all costs. Because most career magicians have unique shows, big-name magicians are just small-time magicians who have been discovered. Max Darwin, Amazing Max, makes $200,000 annually from anything ranging from corporate shows to birthday parties, and also does weekly off-Broadway shows on tour. He says that the more successful a magician is, the higher his rates go and the less he has to perform. With added flexibility, he is able to do more shows and family-orientated magic, which he finds more gratifying than corporate events. Gary Farrar, another NYC-based magician, prefers smaller venues because of the intimacy of performing with more engaged crowds. Consequently, he has to work many more shows, with corporate events taking up the weekdays and weddings and birthday parties taking up the weekends. His rates vary from $1,500 corporate to $500 birthdays per hour, and may increase depending on the audience. He has performed for celebrities like Michael Bloomberg and Robert De Niro, which he thinks has helped him with branding and networking and provided a boost to his popularity. Another performer who has benefited from the right connections is Jonathan Bime, the founder of Theory 11. Bime has used his long experience in magic to create a show titled The Magician that originally started with one live performance a week, but soon expanded to 6 per week. With high-profile celebrity guests like Chelsea Clinton, Jesse Eisenberg, Jimmy Fallon, and Kim Kardashian West, Bime also serves as a successful performer as consultant to other magicians. As for the New York shows, tickets have frequently sold out within the first 60 seconds of release. In August of 2017, Theory 11 announced that they would debut a magic show in Los Angeles, starring Justin Willman. Willman, a well-known magician who appears frequently on TV, including on a Netflix original series titled Magic for Humans. In addition to such shows featuring celebrity appearances and aggressive promotion, there are a number of cities around the US where close-up magic has been a mainstay of nightlife entertainment. In New York, Monday Night Magic is the longest-running off-Broadway show dedicated to magic. Every week, a rotating cast of magicians entertains a small crowd in an intimate setting at the Players Theatre in Greenwich Village. Similarly, Chicago is the scene of a magic cabaret every Wednesday night at the Greenhouse Theatre Center, and magic is the focus at other venues like the Magic Lounge and the Magic Parlor. Performing for well-off clients usually provides a steady source of income, or increases popularity for other shows, as well as creates new lines or revenue through consulting and custom gigs. However, the majority of magicians are part-time performers who perform as hobbyists or to earn supplemental income. One example, Liam Malia, performs on weekends for fun, while working as a lawyer during the rest of the week. He is not concerned about generating money through his performances, as he performs purely for personal satisfaction. Hence, the magic industry is extremely diversified, with a lot more fragmentation at the lower end of the value chain. In some cases, amateur and semi-professional magicians spend a number of years at that stage of the value chain and still derive great satisfaction from it. Others may take their magic another notch and soon aim to hit the big leagues. One could argue that magic and magic performance is now a mature industry, with performers catering to every segment of the market and also developing distinct niches and positioning within the field. The industry, like any other, is impacted by changes in culture, custom demand, and developments in technology, but very often has been at the forefront of driving change itself. In the following sections, we will see how magic has changed and evolved over the years, and how the modern magic industry as we know it has come to be, mainly through to impressive contributions by several landmark performers, many of whom are household names today.